Okay, so we just got like, was that planned, by the way? PJ, Drew, did you both plan that? Because that was the most simultaneous raid I think I've ever had in my life. I just went live. Not planned? Well, everyone welcome in from both PJ's stream as well as Drew's stream. Both of you, I appreciate the raids. I will say, before we get started, no, it was not planned for the second half of stream. I see. The Zippius, welcome on in. Exterminic. I see a bunch of you in here. Infamous, welcome on in. Thuff, welcome back in here. Quack Cafe, what a name. This is almost a cafe in here. All right, I will say, both of you who rated in, you're invited to Wheel Cup. You don't have to play. I understand that y'all have just had a late stream, but you're invited. And once again, appreciate the raids. And once again, welcome on in. So, I will say, you want a wheel? Let's go. Okay, so PJ, you're in line for the wheel. Drew, have you wheeled before? Have we had a Lord Drew Wheel Cup game? Dark Warrior, welcome on in. Never. Are you down? What is this? Oh, you don't even know what it is! Wait, okay, PJ. I think we might have to show Drew how Wheel Cup goes. So that, oh no! Everybody has to have a first Wheel Cup game. It has to happen at some time. Nothing to apologize for. Let's show them. Okay, let's get to it. All right, PJ, give me 1 second, and then we're going to get started. Okay. If you are PJ Cool, you may scan this code and send me a Master League game. You are not playing Master League. Obviously, PJ, you know how it goes, but Drew, don't you worry. We're not playing actual Master League. But yeah, only PJ Cool. If you're not PJ Cool, you may not scan. And you may not send. Exactly. It is a huge part of the stream, whether you like it or not. All right. So the way Wheel Cup works is we spin a wheel, just like this one. And then whatever CP we land on, it has a bunch of different randomized CPs, and whatever we land on, that is the game that we're going to play at. So right now we have 8:15. So what we're going to do is you just type that in, and anything that you have at 8:15 CP or below, that is the only Pokemon that you may use. We do have technically some rules listed here. They're pretty simple, but it's basically just telling you to use Pokemon within that that range, as well as to not use things like Chansey, Aegislash, Mimikyu, Wobbuffet, those kind of things. But for the most part, just use what you have. Whatever you have, whatever looks good, whatever looks fun. Okay. Yikes. Alright. I got a team. So yeah, Drew, it will be as simple as that. Also, wait, Golden World, remind me who you are on YouTube. I know you're on the Twitch side, but you have different names on different sides. Just remind me. Oh, Kavya, is that you on the YouTube as well? It might be. Alright. We got Seaking versus a Slowpoke. Okay, I'm going to do something kind of risky and just swap in my hard answer. This could be a Surf, and I will respect one Surf, potentially. I did not need to shield that whatsoever. Okay. We'll throw right before the third Astonish here. They'll be at 30 energy. I guess Seed Bomb would be 35, so they'd be one away if they have Seed Bomb. Okay. They don't throw, meaning that maybe it's something like a Grass Knot instead. I don't know. But we get to another move first. Oh, that was on CMP. I'm going to just go ahead and shield. I don't really care what this is. I want to keep my Poniard alive. In another Wheel Cup game. Hello, Bobbert. Alright, I'm gonna get myself low. But hopefully I get that refunded damage back from that last Astonish. And we should have just enough health to get to another move here. Which we do. Oh boy! Okay, I'm gonna snipe him with the Icy Wind, keep that Night Slash loaded, because that Slowpoke is gonna be more what I want to land that on later. And that just knocks out. Okay. And now we should be fine. Oh, wait. There's my phone. My phone's working. Don't you worry. I might have lost for that. I might get banned for that from the Pokemon Sphere. From the circuit. Oh, no. You missed Little Cup? It's almost Little Cup. It's almost Little Cup. Okay, Geodude, do what you do. GG's, PJ. And also, Programmer Man with the 45 stream streak. Holy. Yeah, GG's. Working, welcome on in, dude. You Hyper Beam Dragonite? Wait, what? You're hyped for Hyper Beam Dragonite gameplay. Assuming I'm running... Did I say that? I did not say that. Core broken by the Poniard? 100%. Luckily for me, you had no answer to a Poniard. That could have been the most risky thing. Imagine a fighter. My Poniard would have died in like 2 punches. Hey, Kelsey, welcome on in. Yeah. Programmer Man, yeah, we did make a new logo for Wheel Cup. I will say I spent too long on that. I spend so much time on such little details that really don't matter at the end of the day. But they also, at the same time, matter to me. So, alright. If we have Lord Drew still in here, and you're ready and feeling like you're willing to, are you down for a Wheel Cup game? And if you are, send a Masterly battle. Typical Minecraft streamer? Dude. I've never actually streamed Minecraft. I just used to play it back in the day. You almost put him a chop. Yeah, I would have been cooked. If you had him a chop, I'm dead. That would not have ended well for me. Alright, we got Lord Drew in here. Let's go ahead, spin a wheel, and hope for the best. At the end of the day, Wheel Cup is all just about fun, so don't take it too competitively. Or there's no necessity to, at the very least. So the CP and lower, yes. So, 1150. Anything CP 1150 or lower, you may use as long as it's not something in the realm of like a Chansey, a Wobbuffet, those kind of things. But for the most part, just have fun. Okay, Kelsey with the 10 stream streak. Huh. Okay. I have this, I have this. And I guess... this? Sure. We're locked in. Okay, Jack, almost with as good of a stream streak as everyone else, combined. With 125 days. Dude. Time, it does fly like that. That is actually insane. I'm cooked. I'm cooked. I'm so cooked. Oh, it's on Ice Punch. Alright, I'm on Ice Punch. What? Why did I say it's on Ice Punch? I'm on Ice Punch, it's on Bullet Seed. This is why we don't stream. When your brain don't work. Almost hypnotized you, dude. Okay. I don't want to die. I'm going to choose to not die in one swoop. Because Beak Blast will hurt. Ow. Dog, I have Ice Punch. What do I do? Help. 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 Uh-oh. That's a Magmar. That's a Magmar! Dog! Help me! Alright, I have to let this go. And just pray. Fire Blast! Holy ass, dude! Katie, welcome on in! Oh, Katie, I fully understand. I have been in the boat of having a lot of sadness over the last couple of weeks. I've given up on climbing recently. It just is what it is. Well, I should outpace this, right? I don't know the bullet seed pacing. I'm gonna assume it's like 5-4. I'm gonna assume. Shoot, dude. Dog. What do I do? I let this go. I die. And then I wing attack down. Because it's on bullet seed. Dog! Help me! Help me! Help! Wait. Okay. I should have thrown earlier just to get actually... I could have... Yeah, I could have deleted his turn. But if two of these knock out... Then hold. Well... Wait. I'm going to throw on CMP. If this knocks out... Oh, I should have deleted that turn if this doesn't knock out. Then I trolled. It knocks out. I resist Bullet Seed. Flamigo, dude! The Migo! Drew, GG's, man. GG's. Oh, boy. Working deleted Working's message? Did you say loss or something? Working. Drew, GG's. I hope you had fun. I hope we had some fun. If you're in ads right now, I do apologize for the fact that ads are a thing that exist on Twitch. I am lucky with someone. Incredible. Alright. Can't believe you doubted Flamigo. Flamigo is sick. Sport Nut. Flamigo. Dude. From the Drew Raid. Well, welcome in Sport Nut. Hope to see you again sometime, man. No ads on YouTube. True. No music on YouTube, but also no ads on YouTube. So it's kind of give and take. You have Twitch Turbo? Let's go. Well, see, that is why we play Wheel Cup. You would have never known the, what was it, 1130 Wheel Cup CP damage ranges of Flamigo into Gliscor. And now you know. Now you know. Now we know what Flamigo is capable of. Alright. GG's once again. Both of you appreciate the raids. I hope we had some fun. And, we do have battles to get into, I will say. Is my sound? There we go. We do have sound. I have, decided to make a couple of adjustments from yesterday, just given that, like, this team yesterday, I ran it in with Tank in the back yesterday, and it kind of sucked. Because the problem was, I kept getting Jelly and, like, Empoleon say swapped into me. Not that Corv is a hard answer. And I'm also aware I am making myself very weak to not Tink. I'm very weak to, what's it called? Also, Bobber. Yeah, Bobber, it's good to see you back. It is good to see you. Hopefully you're feeling good and bright. Bright enough. Exterminate with 3 days. That is basically on par with Jack. Let's go. Neck and neck. Yeah, there was a lot of Empoleon and Jellicent save swaps yesterday. Bink might be more of an issue than it already was, which I don't know if I love that, but, you know, I don't know. We're just going to have to see. Also, I did put Dragon Pulse on the Dragonair because Rap just really wasn't cutting much for me. Classy with the gifted... First of all, Classy, welcome on in, dude. Second of all, appreciate you with the gifted sub to Bobbert. Classy, good to see you. Bobbert, good to see you. And definitely appreciate the gifted sub. All right. On that happy note, let's maybe become a little less happy because I don't know if the game was going to like work today, but you know, we'll see. Only one way to know if the game's going to work properly, and that is to play the game. Yesterday, game number 1, we had a kind of a crazy, you know, thing happen where the game decided not to work. But we'll see if it does the opposite today. Thanks, class. Alright, Malamar. This is why we switched to Zwilus yesterday. Not gonna lie. Maybe I should have kept Zwei. Alright. We do get a shield. I should have gone for a cap tie there, but I didn't. Okay. We're just going to come in Corviknight here and see what they want to do about it. They're going to get a move off here, which is fine. I'm hoping. I definitely should have gone for the pulse earlier. Or switched out. Alright, we get a farm down. Let's see what comes in. Oh, that's so bad. We're going to go for a cap tie just to guarantee getting something off against this thing. And caveat with the gifted wheel cup game. Also, Bobbert, who did you gift one? Or wait, Bobbert, you gave yourself one. Is that correct? I'm in so much trouble, by the way. They bait. That is almost so unnecessarily... I don't get it, but they did do that. I mean, I guess it loses me the game, so there we go. Yeah, this is just, like, never going to be a win. Can I top left? Fantastic. Okay. Really, 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 really great game. Really well played out. I just want to think of what we saw there. Diggersby. Okay. There is a chance I'm going to literally go back to Zwilus in a little bit. There's a cap? Yes. Wait, is it I'm confused. Cap on what? Oh, you're talking about on Wheel Cup. For right now, I do have a cap on Wheel Cup, yes. Right now, like, lately, it'll probably change in the future, but there's a personal Wheel Cup. Okay, for you, and then Kavya, who did you gift your Wheel Cup game to? Yeah, and also what you're explaining there, the bug where everything stops working. So Homeslice did make a video on that. What you're referring to is whenever you throw a charge move and something knocks out, do not switch into another Pokemon until your menu pops up at the bottom. If you switch early by like pressing the actual switch on the side, it will just bug out your entire game. So no rush. Sounds good. Okay. I'm immediately thinking of going back to Tink after playing one single game, and I don't know if I like that. I don't like that I'm already thinking about going back to a Pokemon when I've literally only played one game. So I'm just going to try one more game and see how I feel about it. But I will say Diggersby is kind of an issue. Not that Tinkaton's great into Diggersby, but it's better than Corviknight in my opinion. It's not as bad as you might think it is. And if we keep seeing these Malamar leads, which is all I have been seeing. Oh, yeah, there's one per stream right at the oh my gosh, dude. So right now it's one per stream. For each. What if I just want to go down 1 shields here? And we'll see how he wants to play this out. I'm gonna go down 2. I'm deciding not to care. And we'll see. Okay. I want to catch a Swift on Corv and just hope that this isn't the worst decision of my life. Tinkaton should be at 2, by the way. Huh. Okay, animation's kind of crap. I think Furd's at 3. No boost is kind of sad. No boost again, because sure. Alright, they're at 8, so they're going to be at a Shadow Ball plus another Shadow Ball. They're basically at 100 energy. And if they want to throw out their energy, I actually don't mind that. As much as I should mind that. If this is a Shadow Ball, they'll be completely dry. They will be completely dry right now. Holy crap, the bugs. I should be able to take 1 Shadow Ball here. They overfarm for some reason, which is a play they're allowed to make. I know that it won't be enough to tail here, so I do need to go for the pulse. Okay, they allow me to get this off by staying in, which is also a choice. They should be able to bulldoze right now. And they throw right away. The problem is I don't think that they're going to be in Aqua Tail range. But we'll see. Whoa. If the game let me throw on good timing, I think I win this game, but I don't think I win now. Uh-oh. Oh, we do. I think I did throw in good. Did I throw in good timing? I can't tell. 1-turn moves on the new system are bad. They overthought that. They always live a tail there. It's 1 in general from what you see. Yeah. So, KD, right now, it's going to be 1 Wheel Cup game that you can gift. I threw on good timing? Dude, I can't tell. The new system, I can't tell. Also, Fat Ghost and Pokemon in. But yeah, it's 1 gifted Wheel Cup game, 1 Wheel Cup game that's personal for yourself. I really want... I've been talking to people about this. Amount of Spanish booths in my playlist amuses you. I will say, I grew up around more Spanish than you might think. For whatever reason. Also, Lego Master, welcome on in. Multiple players double shoot on Claude without hard losses in the back. Interesting. Yeah, Claude is typically a mon that you don't necessarily want to be shielding. Thoughts on Corviknight in that game? Well, there's nothing that it did that I would have rather not just had Tink for. We're going to... Okay. I'm going to give the team a chance as it was with Noir, yes. Like, not Noir. Dragonair on Pulse. Just for a little bit. Just to actually give the team a shot with Pulse instead of Rap. Vamos a la playa? No. I'm in Arizona. There's no playa. But yeah, I will say, I have been talking to multiple people who aren't working on the game, but are like, people that could at least relay messages to people that are working on the game. I think the one-turn moves are just something that's a bit of an issue. Where's my Corv? That's a Rage Fist, or a Cross Chop, I suppose. This will hurt, though. I was able to one and throw there, but again, it feels horrible. Okay. I can't imagine that there's a dragon in the back, so I feel like this is a pretty safe swap. If they have a Primeape in the lead, very low chance there'll be a dragon in the back. I'm going to throw a little bit early than you might expect, just to make sure that they're not going to go for some sort of shenanigans of swapping out here. And then if they do shield, I don't mind shielding myself. They're going for a CMP that I'm never going to fall for. They're going to be a 1 here, but if they don't want a full farm down to happen, they better get out. Okay, they want the full farm down. Cap. This is where things get a little bit tricky, but what I can do here is a little bit of new system tech, which is throw once, throw, get out, transfer the bubble. 4. Okay, they gotta be a little bit precise with their energy management here, but so do I. Smitty, welcome on in with the hydration, dude. We'll get there in a little bit. Okay, that's huge. Okay. I want to incentivize them to throw into me if possible here. I do live a Mud Bomb. And we don't get that. I guess I get a catch, but they should have thrown earlier. They should have always thrown earlier. But that's fine, I suppose. This gets weird. Well, that's a good way to lose. Yikes, dude. I was not expecting the swap. Yikes. Alright. Hey, Ice Beam? So I can do that. Hopefully knock out the Azu. And then I have a Bulldoze loaded. Maybe? Because they also have to throw at me. And if they don't, like, you can't not throw. Do you think you win? You're a Stunfisk. You don't win CMP. You're a Stunfisk. GG's. The Ice Beam. What a weird game. You wish Ironhead did more damage. Are you talking about with Corviknight? Also, Smitty with the 75 stream streak, dude. Just dropping by to say what's up. I know it's late, but been busy lately. Dude, life is life. Life comes first, but Smitty, skål. And it's good to see you, man. I hope you have a good night, being busy, doing what you're doing. And Exterminic, if you gotta go to bed as well, have a good night. Can we get some boops in the chat for anybody that is popping in right now and popping out? If y'all are going to bed, boop yourselves out of here. If you're not going to bed, feel free to boop for those who are leaving. But okay, that last game was pretty tricky. I almost like ruined everything for myself and then almost didn't. Or I guess I didn't. Technically. Pizza Burger, welcome on in, man. I hope you're well. And Krusty Krab, skål. Okay, we got a Dragonair, we got a Florges. I don't like that. Don't ask me why I'm staying in, as in, like, I don't know. But my hope here is that... What is my hope? I guess my hope here is that they're on a moveset of choice. Well, they were not. So there we go. That was a complete moment of my brain not working, so don't worry about that. 3. Okay, we're gonna see if we can win with 2 Pokemon, basically. Okay. They really have no incentive to shield here. The floor just should be 1 away. We'll see. Hello? Alright. If they shield this, I know they're afraid of this thing. I don't know why they swapped at any point there. Oh. Well, dog. What was I supposed to do in that? I guess I draw that out. I have a chance. Me staying in was kind of stupid as can be. Also, Sparkle with the 10 stream streak. Welcome in, Sparkle. I hope you are doing well. I need to, like, lock my brain in, because staying in Dragonair versus Florges has got to be the worst decision of my life. Legitimately, one of the worst decisions of my life. Doing better than earlier. I am hoping that me playing game doesn't make me have that same thought later. We shall see. But so far, any mistakes have been more on my own. I haven't really noticed anything that the game has specifically been too annoying on. Other than things that already exist. And I guess the new introduced bugs that have been showing up, like this... Whoa. Okay. I am noticing I'm only going to get to 1 move unless I do something very sneaky here. I am not loving anything about this. As obviously, I probably shouldn't have stayed in if not knowing, like, how bad that matchup was. I also thought they might, like, shield that. I'm really happy I did not shield, by the way, right there. Alright. If this Jellicent doesn't want to go down shields very early here, they're going to have to throw on bad timing. And drawing this out's not bad as well. Really? Really? So they do, interesting. I'm going to try to bait them into throwing on bad timing again. I will take it. Because I'm already really needing to invest here to get anything out of beating this Jellicent. They should be dry now. Things do get weird here. Okay, at this point, I can just go for a Weather Ball. And we'll see. Three? I guess just staying in here is fine. Yeah. Game? No! 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 Dog. 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 I deserve... This is a win. This is a... Dude. Dude. What am I supposed to do there? Okay. I don't know why, but I don't, like, I think I am probably the channel where you see the most insane bugs. I'm not gonna lie. If you guys look at, like, all of my recent clips, that is basically on par with everything that keeps happening. Well, that wasn't even the Trey bug. I got out in time. That's the thing. They swapped in, meaning that they had a one-turn swap. They needed 2 sucker punches to knock out. You would have had my Ninetales alive. Salty, hello. Meaning I got out in time. I got out in time. I banked my weather ball. The game just didn't know it happened, dude. You had your dragon breaths turn into 3-2 moves earlier. Okay, we're in a really good space in this game, I believe. You've been here the whole time? Well, how'd you like that, Salty? Was that fun? Did we have fun with that? I hope so. Alright. You ready for these bugs in the regionals for 2027? I will say, by then, this should be very fixed. By then, this should be very fixed. You know what we're going to do for a second? Just because, honestly, I don't feel like playing a game right after that. We had a Wheel Cup game with Bobbert. Bobbert, are you down? And if you're not, because you're busy right now, I can invite whoever Kavya gave a Wheel Cup game to. I never really saw who you gave it to, Kavya. But we have 2 Wheel Cup games to play. So, we're going to play those mid-set just to kind of get my mind off of that for a bit. Is there anyone in here... you don't have to, but is there anyone in here that is willing to clip that? Because I'm not joking, every single thing that we can clip to show them where their game still sucks, we need to clip them, clip those moments, and they need to see it. So they actually fix the game. Because, that's just a win. That is just a win. Holy game. Alright, do we by chance have Bobbert in here? Or Kavya, who'd you give the Wheel Cup game to? Either one of them. I'm trying to scroll up to see if Kavya said anyone. Oh, you spent your whole brown... Wait, I'm confused. Finishing scrimming someone. Oh, you're good. You're good. I suppose we can, I can breathe for a second. And then we'll finish out this set. But, what did it even count that last game as? Uh-huh. Yeah. It's a loss. Huh? Oh, look, I lost! And now it shows up. Fantastic! It said I was 4 games in, and now I've lost Elo. Ooh. It's really riveting. It's really, really fun to try climbing in the Go Battle League right now. Yeah. Well, here's set number 2 of whatever is going on in the Go Battle League. It's really fun to climb right now. I recommend it. Bring back I don't think the team is the issue when the game is the issue. Okay, Dragonair, trade Dilly. This is going to be risky, but I'm actually going to go for a CMP here. It's kind of stupid, but it's what I'm doing. We get a shield. Come. I'll throw in CMP again. Obviously, I don't like the fact I'm about to be Rock Tomb debuffed. I probably shouldn't have thrown it all, to be honest. But I guess it puts it into Bulldoze range, if nothing else. We do misalign the clocks quite immensely as well. Oh, wow. Huh. I mean, I don't know if you can bring this in with a single debuff. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna hope they don't have 2 Mud Slappers, but I'm sure they do. Seeking. Eight. Nine. And they throw on the drill run. I would have lost that CMP anyway, so there doesn't make sense to throw there. Okay. A lot comes down to a lot. Pokey Pete with the raid! Well, that didn't work. Oh, it worked! Wait, no, I had to not throw here. No, I'm bad! I'm bad! I'm bad! Well, maybe I get my acid back of damage, and then they have to throw. That's my goal. And then I survive a single peck. It worked! It worked! I got my acid back! We're so back! Somehow they died to 4 dragon breaths! New system actually good when it's not terrible. Let's go. Pokey Pete, by the way, welcome on in. I'm hoping that you had a great stream. I watched part of it. Finally free. Let's go, Bobbert. All right. So, Bobbert, let's get started with the Wheel Cup game with you. And then we will also invite Pokey Pete to the Wheel Cup games as well. If I don't hear back from Kavya, we'll just refund his points. We would be killing it if it weren't for, like, a free loss that we got just a little bit ago. That wasn't fun. I don't like free losses. Free losses make me sad. Dude, that was tremendous. Alright, Bobber, I am sending you a Wheel Cup match right now. And let's spin a wheel. I know no one's clipped that, but I will make sure that that gets clipped at some point if no one else can. Because that needs to be clipped. 1650. That is the exact issue that needs to be, like, never happening again. Just a free loss in what should have been an auto win. Stream is fun beside MLB. Master League Premier. Despite terrible game state and 3 winnable matches. Yeah, Pete, dude, we just had one of those. We actually had a guaranteed win that we lost because I wasn't allowed to tap anything. I was completely frozen and could not tap my fast moves, my charge moves, nothing. I restarted the game and then I was kicked out. It was great. It was fantastic. I love that we may have a new update that just decided to, instead of, like, have an old bug, let's just create a new bug. Alright, 1650. Huh. Okay, we got a clip. JP, I appreciate it, by the way. Actually, quite a lot, because that will go a long way in me just being able to hand something over and say, hey, guys, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This shouldn't be like this, but it is. I suppose we're doing whatever this is. Why not? Alright. I'm ready to go. Bobbert, let's get some wheel cup. We have a primate. That's a lead. Okay. That is on counter. I am so happy. I have never been so happy. Please. It's on pop! It's on pop! Wait, what if it's on 2 moves? If this is a psychic, I have been absolutely fooled. Bamboozled. Okay, it's not. It is not. I am at 100 energy, so I might as well throw here. See, the thing is, P, I didn't even do that. The game just thought I did. Oh, really? So he's going to try to get 1,000,000 energy and then get out. Interesting. Like, the game thought I did that when I didn't. Okay, I don't know if that was a CMP or not. But I should live a pup. Oh, no way. Oh, no way! He was double moved the whole time! Okay, so we are losing. Wait, this is actually kind of scary. How do I get rid of this? Alright, I suppose I send... Ow! I'm not shielding a pup, even though this is quad boosted. Yikes. Ow. I'm just want to get a head start with Primate. Really? Hey, Bobber, if I have RPS'd you incredibly hard, my apologies, dude. It seems like I might have. It shows my Pokemon's energy after it faints. Yeah, that is part of an issue that is going on bug-wise. It is a known bug going on right now. In Bobber, dude, I'm sorry for the RPS, man. Yeah, the what's happening really with the bug is that currently, there is a bug where whenever you knock someone out or get knocked out, there's a chance for your charge moves to just still show there for a little bit. Just don't touch it. Is the rule of thumb. Just don't touch it. Also, yeah, Bobber, that's just an RPS, obviously. But I don't know why, but that seems to happen to you more than some people. And for that, I apologize, but appreciate the game nonetheless. And Pete, I don't know if you are down for a Wheel Cup game, but let me know if you are. Okay, awesome. I will send to you right now then. And we will get going. So let's go ahead and spin a wheel. And we'll probably have to refund Kavya. $14.75. Okay, so this is basically going to be like your crappy Great League Pokemon. Which is kind of fun. $14.75. I don't have as many of these as I wish I did. But I have a few. It's actually kind of a weird cutoff. There's a lot of stuff that's like right over $14.75 for me. But $14.75 specifically is really weird. Yikes. I guess I just go with these and hope for the best. I only have 2 Pokemon that are actually built, unfortunately for myself, but you work with what you can work with, I suppose. That's cool. That wasn't Bobbert. That was Poke Pete. I will resend you. Game being weird. And I am locked in. Okay, here we go. We have a Palkia. A Lomomola. Probably not the worst matchup for Palkia. Somehow, they are kind of keeping up with pacing. Or, like, damage. Not pacing, but damage. Ow. Okay. I don't know why I was hoping for just, like, a Surf. I don't know why you would throw a Surf at me. But we'll throw this at him. Okay, I really don't have the ability to get out right now because if I give up Swap, I lose. I just have to hope that my backline isn't crap. We do try... Okay, we get a shield, and I'll take that. And now we can bring in our Mew, which should have Shadow Claw. Yes. The problem is my Celebi is completely useless, because that is a single move Celebi. I have a single move Celebi in the back, but we'll see if that matters. Okay, I shield a Psychic, I suppose. Yikes. It's a really good thing I have energy here. I'm just going to transfer this and go for the Confusion, which does knock out. And now I can go for a Seed Bomb, and I do have a move stored as well as a Shield to be able to CMP later if necessary. Yeah, I can just go ahead and let this go. And if I'm not mistaken, I think we can actually just go ahead and fast move this down. Yeah. GG's. That camera up was almost incredibly scary if I did not have the right amount of energy there. But GG's, man. Okay. We are entering back into the game, and I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit nervous. I am a little bit nervous. we'll see how things go. Okay. Back into the game. How soon do you need to swap to transfer a move? So, it depends what the move is. Like, all you need to know, JP... Oh, Kavya, you... Dude, I was waiting... Well, you got a gifted Wheel Cup game, right? I'm confused. Did you get a gifted Wheel Cup game or a game for yourself? But, JP, the only thing you need to know for... Why does such a great player as me get nervous about... Oh, because the last time we just played, I lost a game because of the game state. That's what I'm nervous about. I'm not nervous about playing people. I'm nervous about the game working. We lost a game in which I was going to guarantee a win, and that is what that makes me nervous to play another one. But yeah, JP, the only thing you need to know in terms of transferring is as long as you get out before the end of that turn, you transfer it. So basically, if it's a 1-turn move, you can't transfer that. But a 2-turn move, you can do 1 turn and then get out. If you do 2 turns, it's going to hit you because that's a 2-turn move. Like a 3-turn move, you can do up to 2 turns and so on. So like that was an Incinerate. I was on a 2-turn Shadow Claw. So I did 2 Shadow Claws, that is 4 turns, and then got out as the 5th turn was coming through. A gifted Wheel Cup game. So what that means, Kavya, is that's basically only if you want to gift that Wheel Cup game to someone else. I will say for this one time, and this will only be once, I won't let this happen again, to be honest, but just this one time, I'll allow it. So we'll give you the Wheel Cup game, but in the future, just so you know, if you redeem a gifted Wheel Cup game, it is not for you. You're giving that to someone else, if that makes sense. All right. Invite is going your way. And we will spin a wheel. But yeah, that's kind of the rule of thumb for there, JP. It's like, as long as you're out before the end of that move, you are good. Someone else gifted it and you redeemed. I'm confused by that. 845, what do you... You're confused by the rules? Zippius, are you wait, the rules of what? Wheel Cup or like the rules of the game? Because those are 2 different things. Okay, I sort of have 3 things. I guess. Sure. Wheel Cup. Oh. So Zippius, all of that really matters is we spin a wheel, whatever that CP is. So we just landed on 845. So basically, if you were to type into all of your Pokemon, CP-845, and look from top to bottom, those are all the Pokemon that you have available to you. So just like Great League. Great League is 1500 and below, right? So you can't use 1501, 1502. This is the same thing, but with a randomized number. So right now we landed on 845. Anything that you have at 800... I pressed start and then it didn't start. The game is not working correctly. I will resend. But yeah, anything that you have in this case at 845 CP and below, you just play a game with those Pokemon. Whatever you want to use that you have available to you, you can play with whatever. Alright. I am locked in. You have selected. Is this bugged right now? Because I have already accepted as well. I'm just gonna... go ahead and restart one more time and send it back to you. I don't know what's going on with the game right now, but, you know, not really anything I can do about the game not working, but we'll get it going. All right, let's try again. All right, sent once again. And I am good to go. Kavya, are you pressing accept? Because I'm not really sure what's going on. Like, this is the third time we've tried it. And at some point, we gotta just either get a battle or not. Alright. If you can let me know what's going on your side, but... I see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do with that, because that is obviously a game issue, but... Can you play Ziphius, dude? Okay, we have a game. If we have enough time for some public Wheel Cup later, we'll see. We'll see about that. I do have better answers to this. Lick. Okay. That does a lot. We might be able to get a shield out of this. They do have a lot of energy left on that Kecleon that I need to be aware of. We get a debuff, which I don't really think I care for. I don't really want the debuff, but I got a debuff. Scald. Okay. What I can do here is come in my Celio and get a farm down. And then maybe immediately pivot. Maybe I want to bake a body slam first, though. Let's see. Okay, I do not bank. I am not actually going to let this through, because it could be a dynamic punch. Or an aerial ace, I suppose. If he stays in, though, I just... Okay. So I throw on good timing on the waterfall. That waterfall is absolutely chunking for the fact that it is resisted, but... We'll see if I make another. I should. I think I guarantee the win. Because all I do here is shield and farm all the way down. Come out with a dynamic punch. And then I just go for a CMP. Yeah. I just throw right away and then we're good to go. Because there's no way that I'm ever going to lose a cap tie there, even if he had him move. So, Kavya, GG's. Took a bit to get that one through, but... But yeah, Ziphius, we'll see if we have time later for some Wheel Cup for the public. But those were redemptions. I do need to get back to sets, though, so... And once again, back to hoping this game will work. That's all I can do is hope. We do have a game. Hero. They throw right away, because why not? The one-turn moves look terrible, once again. I think I throw in good timing, which is fantastic to note. They should be at 3. If they let this go, I think I farm all the way down. Yeah. This is such a risky bait for no reason. Honestly, I regret this bait. Okay, I don't. Gustaminsa. Gustaminsa? With the compliment time, something like that? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right whatsoever. I'm probably butchering it. Six. Well, welcome on in. I appreciate the compliment time. We'll get to it after this game. This is going to be a weird decision, but this allows me to live. Dog. Well, this is like pretty auto loss. Wait, I can't tell if you're lying or not, but that does nothing. Wow. How fun. I love being RPS in the Go Battle League. Okay, they are an Aqua Tail. So I'm assuming there's no Mud Bomb here. I don't think this knocks out, but I kind of need it to. Beautiful. Trainer? Thank you. Well, now, unless they Icy Wind here, which they don't, I guarantee the shield and a hammer, which should knock out the fish. And the energy. Huh. Oh. Oh, I should have gotten out. But I think do I live a drill run? No, grading out was a lose con. Because now I should be able to live a drill run, or an Aqua Tail. It's a normal quag, right? Even if they have it, they don't have it. Dude, what was that game? What was that game? How do I win that game? In any world, how do I win that game? Gasta Minsa. You gotta tell me if I'm actually pronouncing that right. Also, Space Art Dude. Welcome on in. Hey Space, we got another good clip of the game not working. A really good clip. I had a literal win that was literally fully a win, and then my game wouldn't let me tap. For real, it's pronounced like that. What? If you don't mind me asking where that's from, how the game's been? Well, besides the one game where I had a win and it was like an up pair and it was literally a win and then it was taken away. Let's see where the link is at. Here, let me get the clip in just a second. I'll put it in here because why not? It's a funny one. Just give me a sec. Okay, there is my channel. Why is it not letting me? Oh, there we go. Clips. 24 hours. Let's go to it. Okay, where do I copy this? There is so much going on here. Where is there just like a share button? That is all I'm looking for here. Watch the full video, add to your story, share. There we go. Okay. Copy link. There we go. It's a surname from País Vasco in Spain. I don't know what part of Spain that is, but I will say I spent some time in Spain. So, I'll think of a compliment thing. So the way that compliment time works is I basically just have to actually compliment myself, which I rarely do. It's a way for me to not overly deprecate on myself, and we'll get one after this set. I'll be thinking of one. I will say, I have spent some time in Spain. I don't know what part, once again, but in my, a few years ago, I spent some time in Barcelona, and then I also, like, northern Spain, where, specifically, like, I used, a couple of times I've been to, I don't know if you know Oviedo? Oviedo? That was me winning a game? Wait, what? Did we get the wrong clip? Uh-oh. Maybe the clip was wrong. Oh. Oh, that's the wrong one. Well, shoot, dude. I'm just going to have to clip it myself later then. So basically what happened was they tried to snipe me down with, a Thievel. They had like a Ninetales. They thought I was going to throw on CMP. I called it. They came in Thievel, I swapped to Tinkaton, and I banked my move, and then I was not allowed to tap. You're not from Spain, your grandparents were, I see. Oh, dude. Help. Is this flippable? It's probably not great, but maybe it's flippable? Well, that helps, maybe. Because now I can just Weather Ball. Yeah, this is incredibly awkward for them because they have to throw right away in order to not go down 2 shields right away here. And if they throw right away, I might be able to just Ember down. Yeah. Okay. I cannot shield this even if it is a close combat. Ow. Okay. This still gets pretty tricky. They're at a bulldoze now. They shield. It's a really weird shield, in my opinion. Okay, this gets weird. All right. This is fine. Because now they have to shield here. Three, 4. That was risky. That was incredibly risky. And now I win. So, I made a wild decision there that I did not need to make, in my opinion, but I decided to make. Yikes. Woo! But a win is a win. I might even try to make the compliment a little bit Spanish related, but if you're not from Spain, then I guess it doesn't really matter that much. But northern part of Spain, I do like, Tom, welcome on in. Tom, I've only been game stated today 1 time so far. I've only had 1 win turn into a loss. Only 1 so far. We had a guaranteed win, and then I couldn't trap my moves. But other than that, it's been going great. I say that I'm on set 2. Yesterday was shit. Dude, my channel is a display of this game being shit. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm someone that is pretty optimistic about the new system in general, because of what it is attempting to do and what I think it eventually will do. But what are they doing? They're trying to, surely they're trying. Oof. Okay. We are both at 1,000,000 energy right now. But what is nice about this is if he wants to throw in good timing, he has to start, like, throwing... He can't. Oh, that was just CMP. Whoops. Big whoops. Kind of a stupid shield, in my opinion, but I already made it. Okay. I don't like where I am anymore. Whatsoever. Two on the pluff, I believe. Oh. Interesting. Alright. So now I get Switch. I don't know how much that matters. Alignment Gaming, I guess, dude. My favorite. I should have just Weather Ball just in case I get to a move against something. Dude, I would have. I literally... Wait, no, I wouldn't have. I would have not done that. I'm lying. I would have died with the move. I might have accidentally cap-tied because once again on the new system, I am not good at throwing one-turn moves. In fact, I'm bad at it. Good timing by them. Impressive. They do have a Mud Bomb here. This gets a little awkward because I will be taking a Mud Bomb. Honestly, I think I lose. As much as I'd rather not lose, I think I lose. Yeah. Should be a 1 here. Okay. This really comes down to how much Pluff can do, but the problem is I believe they are at 2. And I believe I'm in Acro plus Energy Ball range, and I think they're going to have to get hit with 2 hammers. So these should be at 8? Unless I'm wrong about their counts. Are they going for double energy? That might be enough, actually. Yeah, it is. The debuff, dude? The unnecessary debuff, let's go. I will say, if I just, like, played the Licky matchup without being, like, someone that was playing like they weren't invested in thinking, I think I'm fine. I think I'm actually fine. But hey. Then I wasn't. Tinkaton losing to Jump Up. Well, it's losing when it's at half, it's below half health. That's not, it's not losing straight up though. That's just a lot of Jump Love to take out for, also it had some energy. Licky is a fraud into K9, yeah. But also I didn't really play that matchup out well. That was so risky for no reason. But I don't care anymore. I believe this is good timing, but I can't tell if they did 8 or 7 Dragon Breaths, and that is really messing with me. But I think this was good timing. Okay. So they should be at 8, just given how the timing worked there. They're going for Surf. Well, that didn't work. Okay, they'll be 3 away from a Surf now. Three. I have nothing to throw at this, so therefore I throw everything at it. I think I get to 2 tails. So I guess that's what I'm going for here. Dude. Alright. I get to the 2 tails. I don't know. I obviously can't shield here. The problem is if they actually built up to the flame. They did. Dude, I don't know what I'm supposed to have done in this game. They have all the water moves in the world, by the way. Yeah, just nothing matters. Nothing matters. I don't know why I'm still here. They have literally a Hydro Cannon, a Surf. That backline kind of wrecks me. Hugo, welcome on in. We, I think, started 3-0 in this, and then I just went brain off mode. And then lost 2 games. So, we would also be like 6-4 right now, but yeah, Hugo, you missed a really fun game earlier where we had a guaranteed win, and then the game wouldn't let me tap my moves. So, that was fun. I was just sitting there with the tank, not allowed to tap. Can we blame Tom? Well, Tom wasn't here yet. But we're allowed to. I guess we can, even though he wasn't here yet. So, Programmer Man, here's the thing. I literally know about that bug. But I wasn't dead. That's actually where this bug gets a little bit stupid. I wasn't dead yet. You would have won the game? Dude. So, basically what happened... Let's actually just go back and watch. And then I'll go to compliment time in a second. But I do have the ability to just go back and watch here. So why not? So, what we're going to do is I'm just going to go to my stream. And go back in time. Very quickly. Because I can. Alright. So let's go ahead and go into the Void really quickly. Okay, Void. And let's find this spot. Let's see where this is. It was not this game, I don't believe. Because I had Tink at this point. Let's see. Let's see. No, this game I get RPS'd. I think it's the next one. Yeah, here's the Thievel. Alright. So here's what's happening. They have a Tinkaton, right? Telegraph Train, welcome on in. Welcome in. Oh, we're in ads. I'm going to wait 40 seconds just to clear out of ads really quick. But it is good to see you, friend. I hope you are well. Perfect time to scan for game replay. Okay, we will wait just a second. Because I am going to show off how fun this game is. Alright. Let's put it right around here for as soon as we're back from ads. And Firestar, welcome on in as well. We are showing off the game state right now. Excited for Worlds? You should be. I wish I was a World competitor type player, but I'm very excited for you. Yeah, Firestar, watch. Watch as, this game is sick. So, this is a game that happened earlier, and this is the reason I had a negative set in game number 1. This was like a pretty good up pair, in which could have been a nice little climb, and this is what we get instead. I can't do a single set to start off a single stream without something happening. So, okay. They have a Jellicent. They have 1 shield. I have a Ninetales. I have a little bit of a Dragonair left. I have my entire Tinkaton. They have a Tinkaton in the back, and they have a very low health Feeble. So remember, Feeble, very low health, and a Tinkaton that's pretty healthy. So I throw out this. I just want it out of the way. And my goal is I can at least get a shield down from Tink. And then I have my own Tink to match it. Alright. So they're at a move right now. Or they're like 1 away. I don't remember exactly, but obviously they're going to outpace me. So my knowledge here is that if they allow me to get to Weather Ball, they're never going to like just let me throw the Weather Ball. They're always going to go for a catch. And I guess it does kill me. But yeah, that's what happened. So I guess it, okay. But here's the other thing to recognize. I was 1 single move off away from, like, it's still a win in my opinion. Because all I had to do was land a hammer versus them. Because I actually was 1 off of an Aqua Tail, and they can't double up. So, like, basically, it's still a win in my opinion. I was 1 single Dragon Breath away from an Aqua Tail in this game. All they have to do is land a hammer, and they have to land 2 moves. And I'm guaranteed to at least land the hammer. I farmed down here. And I'm still not in hammer range. But here I am. Yeah. It's fun. It's very fun. So if I land a hammer, I'm 1 away from a tail. They literally cannot double up. It's not possible. And then, yeah. And then this happens. Yeah, Yoshi, you're right, but here's the thing. How am I supposed to know if I'm dead or not while I'm swapping? Like, I have to swap out to try to save the move. So, me trying to save the move also did the new bug that just immediately deads you. It immediately deads your Pokemon. You're just dead. No, it's fine. You know, we have, experienced, honestly, on a daily spree, just random bugs for no reason. Every single one of my recent clips at this point is just random bugs like this. You can even see the clock. Yeah. Yeah. Dude, I am literally just the person that is beta testing all of the bugs, specifically. Specifically the bugs. Yeah, the problem also, Firestar, is it just gets in my head a little bit more than it should at this point, because it's like one thing if it happens here and there. The problem is I don't remember the last stream in which I've lost a game specifically to a bug like this. And it always happens when I'm beginning my games. Like yesterday, it was literally, I would have lost this game anyways, but game number 1, the very first, actually I would have a shot. It wasn't completely over. But game number 1, I literally am throwing a charged move. Here. Screw it. We're gonna watch one more thing. Because why not? One single more thing. I just want to show it off. For the fun of it. Alright. One more clip. Alright, everybody. Here we are yesterday. This is game number 1. And you just watch. Just watch. What's happening? I don't know. But guess what? They're doing hexes! They've been doing hexes this whole time! They've been doing hexes this whole time! That was my first game yesterday. At the same time, you must sleep. Firestar, have a great night, man. I at least got to give you basically the recap of how things have been going for me before you got out of here. Glad you got to watch at least. Have a great night. All right, we do have a very quick compliment time. You had 2 opponents die to the swap bug. Where's my wins to the swap bug? Dude, I am not even trying to push at this point. I'm just trying to, like, have fun and not overwhelm my brain. It just is what it is. It just is what it is. Okay, here's the compliment time we're going to have. I'm gonna one more time say this name, get it right. Gastaminsa. Had a compliment time, and one thing I'm going to give myself, and it will be within the theme of Gastaminsa, which is I will compliment myself in the fact that when I was after college, I used to be like, I think part of my my like natural personality. No, it's not even about the theme. It's just like making me think about it. It's just what it made me think about. It's not about being themed, but it's a real one. It's a real compliment thing. So, and this can even tie into streaming as well. My natural personality is someone that I feel like I have a lot of ideas and things I want to do. And I'll be very honest, I'm a very, if I'm doing something every day, it's very easy for me to just fall into what I'm doing every day. If I have something that is, a routine, it's hard for me to break out of a routine. And it's also hard for me to break out of things that I'm, like, comfortable doing. That's kind of similar to a routine. So, if I'm every single day in, staying inside every day, I'm not going out and trying this, trying that. Would I say I'm a perfectionist? Oh, I am, like, OCD, yes. I am OCD level perfectionist. But also, I am someone that doesn't really naturally go out and put myself out there. I'm in real life, a very shy person. I am someone that I just don't really go up to people. I don't really meet people the way I should. I don't do things that I should all the time to try something new in my life. And after college, and this is where I'll say, like, it kind of relates to Spain in a way, because one of the things that I used to not do was want to travel at all. And after college, a friend and I, we both, like, saved up whatever money we had from working throughout college and went to Spain and just traveled from there for a while. We just, like, stayed in Spain. I didn't have much money after that, but, like, at all. But we had life experiences that I will literally just remember forever, and I think made me a better person for it. At the very least, like, I got to learn about other people, other cultures. I got to see other things, and it, like, awoken the ability for me to want to travel. Which, before then, it's not like I didn't want to go see things. It's more that, like, I wanted to, but I wouldn't. I wanted to, but I just wouldn't leave what my situation was. Yeah, Tom, I do too. I will say, you're very lucky, Tom, because once you are in somewhere like Britain, like Spain, it is very cheap to travel to really, really cool countries, whereas if you're in America, it is a little bit, if you're in the US, I should say, if you're in the US, it is a little bit tough to see, like, anything that's that new, because it's very expensive to get out of the country. But I guess you can still travel in the US, it's just maybe not as interesting as going from Spain to, somewhere like Iceland, or something like, who knows, like, a small city in Italy that you can go to for, like, a couple $100, or a couple €100. Taking the Euro rail, taking, like, that underwater train that you guys can take going from the UK to France. We have, like, 50 countries. 50 countries is crazy. 50 countries in the US is crazy. I mean, yeah, if you go from, like, Texas to New Mexico, it's not the same thing as going from, country to country in Europe, is what I should say with that. But what I'll say, and what I'll relate this to, is that type of attitude is something that, it's not even just about traveling. it's something that it's the same type of thing of why I started Twitch in general. I always wanted to do Twitch for quite a while. Not to sound dismissive, Europe is great, but sometimes people... No, I agree. I agree. The US is not only really big, but there is actually a lot of diversity in the US that people don't always take into account. Like, for example, Florida, like, you might think of Florida as one single place that is just, like, this crazy place, but there's a lot of different cities in Florida, and a lot of nature, like, specifically just Florida itself, is... There is so much diversity, and there's so much that you can, like, see in the US in terms of, like, Florida has forest, it has, like, what's... just the type... I guess the type of terrain is the way to put it, versus somewhere like California, versus somewhere like Seattle, versus somewhere like the middle of America. Do a road trip across America at some point. That would honestly be something that I think would be sick. There's a lot of culture in America that maybe is forgotten about. Like, food culture that people think America is just like hot dogs and burgers. It's not. We have Cajun cuisine, we have, you know, barbecue. We have a lot of influence food. So, like, not necessarily just American food, but, like, influence food. If you go to California and you have some, like, Korean/American... There's even, like, you'll find Korean/Mexican food that is, like, mixed. Because that might be immigrants coming from Korea, coming from Mexico, and making a restaurant together. So, there's a lot to see here as well. And yeah. No, I agree. I agree, Zippius. 100% I agree. You forget that Florida is more than Miami. 100%. Miami is a very small portion of Florida, even though Miami is big. But yeah, like, just kind of like the attitude of trying to push yourself out is something that is a little bit difficult for me, because I do get really comfortable with things, and I also am someone that is very timid from, if I feel comfortable with something, making myself do something I'm uncomfortable with. And that's kind of something I've worked on quite a lot. And I think Twitch is a really good example of that, because I am not naturally in my real life a talker. I am not naturally in my real life someone that goes up to other people, extroverted in any type of way. I'm not. But, and also just starting Twitch is something I put off for, like, I put off the idea of content for a couple of years, the idea of doing Twitch for like 6 months, and eventually I finally just, like, pushed myself to do it. And I guess that's the compliment, is more just, even though it's not necessarily, like, an innate thing that I'm good at, is making myself push myself out there and try something new. It's something that I've actually put work into, and it's paid off in some sort of way. It's Florida and Disney World. True. Mentioned last night that I avoid sugar. Does it also apply to other sweeteners like stevia or cane, or just cane sugar? So, I will say I don't like the taste of stevia. But yeah, I can have other sweeteners, and I can even have, like, not all sugar, but, like, sugar that's already existent in something like fruit, for example. I have honey. So it's not like I have no sugar whatsoever. It's just more added cane sugar into something, or corn syrup. Something like that. But yeah. I'm once again starting a set, and immediately terrified of doing so. That's why we love Monsters, zero sugar. Hashtag ad, dude. I will say I've had a Monster one time in my life, and I think I was like 12 years old. Artificial sweeteners are a little weird. Okay. There are some artificial sweeteners that are less weird than other people. They just have weird names to them, and that's why nobody even tries them. But the ones that you probably know about, those ones all do taste weird. And actually sponsor me? Surely. Well, I'm cooked. I thought I lost a turn, but then I didn't, so that's sick. I'm in trouble. He does have the close combat. Okay. I want shields down. I want shields down. I still am terrified of this. Yikes. This might be kind of weird, but we're just going to go in our tank and hope for the best here. Ooh. They get to 2 moves. I'm just going to pray they close combated. But they didn't, so that's sick. Dude, I am so cooked. I am just cooked. I am just cooked. Ow. Dog. Dog, I don't even make that. Okay. So they're one away from another here. I don't really beat anything, so GG's, trainer, I suppose. Really fun, really good game. Really, really well played by them. They just, RPS'd me. Nice. Incredible. Incredible stuff. Wow. Wow. I'm so impressed. Well, that was fun. I've been, like, not seeing good things at all, every game. I might have to change things up. It really doesn't matter. Like, the moment I put Tink in the lead, like, when I first made this team, I did have Tink in the lead, and that did not work. Because all I was seeing is stuff that Dragonair would destroy in the lead. And then I changed the team. I put Dragonair in the lead. And then here we are. I don't know what to do at this point. Well, Josh, I swear it's a better Pokemon when you don't just see bad things every time. What are they? Six. It does get better. Although this is going to just be a very fun game, I can tell. Oh wow, they're a Mightyena that just goes immediately for the poison thing? Incredible. Although I should not have shielded that, and I did. Six. Incredible. It's a Mightyena user that shields twice. That's just a Fang. I can't survive it, barely. I mean, okay, I'll take Switch. Yeah, Hugo, I think they invented shielding their Mightyena twice, to be honest. I don't think I've ever seen a trainer do that before. Three, 4. Huh? Okay. I think that helps quite a bit, but we will see. They do have a move stored on Jellicent. They do get a move here. Really? Okay, this makes it very tricky, though. Is Shadow Ball? Yeah. Depending on how much this does, we're either in a lot of trouble or not. That does not do enough. I have to see him pee, but I just lose. Unless I get to another move somehow, but I just don't. Well, they played incredibly well. I'll give it to them. They played incredibly well. They RPS'd me. Wow. I have to just give it up to them. When you run Mighty Anna like that, and you just keep poison fanging away, not even building up to a crunch, over and over, I have to just give you props. GG's, whoever that was, GG's though. You have the rank 1 what? Oh, Dragonair? That's actually kind of sick. They're easier to use. Yeah, I will say Dragonair is just not found targets. And that would help Waterbug with the follow. Welcome in, Waterbug. I appreciate the follow. Is Poco my favorite game of all time? No. It's the game I play the most of right now, but no. It is not. My favorite game, at least at the time that I played it, I don't really play it anymore, but at the time that I played it, my favorite game used to be Minecraft. If there's any game that while I played it, it was my favorite game during the time that I played it, it's gotta be Minecraft. But I don't really play anymore. It's been a while since I've played. This game is good overall. I still like it. It just obviously has a lot of issues that hopefully will get worked on. We'll see. Who knows? I might have to switch my team up, by the way, because this is just not going well. Like, look at this crap. Dude! Let me out next time, game! Just let me out, please! Just let me out, please! Oh. They're at their next move now. No, Hugo, we've never had issues with this game, don't worry. This is going swell. Swimmingly, you might say. This could get very awkward. I mean, it already is. I do survive 2 moves here, so I just overfarm. I could have done a couple of more. This is a misplay. What? 2, 3, 4. I don't think they're at their move. I might lose based off of this, but I think they're 1 away. Yeah. I will lose CMP later, so I'm just going to throw. I'm only going to get to 1 move, so I'm going to throw the energy ball and then just dip. They will have the superpower me, and then the Ember should do more later if they somehow knock out with the superpower. But I don't even think they do. And I get to a move. It's a good thing I trusted my counts, dude. Holy. You know, I will say, if you have a Sand Slash lead, you should probably have a very good answer to a K9 on your team. Your brother loves Minecraft, you could not get into it. I know Minecraft is a game that is not easy for everyone to get into, but it's kind of a game that you kind of make of it what you will, like, in terms of, it is what you make of it, I guess is the best way to say that. But by itself, there's really no purpose unless you make a purpose out of playing it. So in a way, it's kind of like not a game, but in another way, it's kind of everything you'd want in a game. It's really weird. You kind of have to make a game out of it, but it gives you a lot of tools to do that, which is fun. It's good for creative thinking and learning artsy kind of creative stuff. If you want to, though. Firo is not a good answer. No. The fact that you can Ember down in the 2s is just not it, but their thought there is once they get shields down, they can deal with me later. But it didn't work. A lot more fun with Pal World. I've never tried Pal World. So, the freezing glitch is so annoying. You accidentally overtapped your screen, and it registered as a switch. Your Altaria froze to a Marowak. Yeah. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. We're just having a lot of fun in the Go Battle League, I suppose. That's a way to say it. It's basically just every day. That's the problem. Hugo, did you get here? I forget. Did you get here in time for when we went over that clip of today's disastrous clip? Dog. Surely they don't have a Tinkaton answer other than their... I don't know if I mind this. I let this go. I might be able to survive with fire. I'm coping so hard right now. Do I survive? Incredible cope. Incredible cope. I want to throw on CMP here. And then hope that I have 2 shields and a K9. That is insane. Well, probably not, but we'll see. No debuff. Sick. I guess I could have baited the first one. There's no way they shield this. Really? Okay. So they're at 100. They'll be at 55 after this. The game didn't let me swap? I'm getting so frustrated. I had my screen come up, it let me click it. I lose. I should have also overfarmed just to try to get them to throw at me. Sick, dude. Sick. So good. Really? Wait. Oh, this gets so stupid. Okay. I called that. No! You deserve to lose for that! You deserve it! I got your ass on that! Damn it! the way, I think I should have caught a surf there. I'm not even going to lie. I don't know if that helps me, but it probably doesn't hurt. Dog. Dude, I don't remember the last time. I don't think I've had a single good lead today. Can I get, like, any single good lead? I'm probably going to switch the team after this, because this is terrible. It wasn't as bad as I thought. I just got, like, annoyed. I'm just molding at this point, and I need to stop molding. Because this is not that bad of a lead. It's not good. Okay. We're just going to misalign the clocks as much as possible here and maybe see what happens. Okay, I'll take a shield. Although I am seeing where this is going, and now I'm scared. That did nothing. Sick. Fantastic. I lose. Dude, this is what happens. Like, I just start molding, and then I play like an idiot. Please rock to me. Thank you. Okay, they're going to sand tube me. Fantastic. Dude, I just didn't need to play like an idiot, and then I'm, like, probably not in a bad spot. I would have never been in a good spot. That's just guaranteed. They guarantee a switch. I know the matchup, so we're going to have to switch things up. The problem is I actually know the matchup versus Fort there, and you don't win that as a Shadow Dragonair. Even if they have Volt Switch, you don't win that. Don't mold? I mean, it's kind of hard not to at sometimes. Because, like, I have had 3 straight sets of just getting RPS in every game, which is fine. I usually don't care about that much. But then, the moments in which I actually feel like I can play out of these games, the game doesn't work. And it's just like, that's the shit that just gets to me. Okay. I'm just going to think of a different team here. In my head in real time and just hope for the best. But so far, literally nothing works. I'm trying to think of what we've seen in the lead so far. We have not seen a single Carbink, by the way, which is incredible considering that I left my tank in. Okay, I've seen a ton of Florges. No, I'm not switching the whole thing, Fire Flame. I want to go a small change here. Have I considered Charms Bellcatty? No. Seems solid if that gives you a starting point. Let me think about Furo. Furo does make sense here. Or it doesn't make no sense, at least. It's not great against Fort, but it's not unplayable against Fort either. Wait, what am I doing? I know you are a Furo fan yourself. We'll just go with the 1500 one because it looks pretty. I'm just trying to think. It does make me pretty weak to things like Stunfisk, but I'm not that worried about Stunfisk. I don't mind it. We'll see how it goes. That's a simple change. It lets me keep the same backline. No, I know. Hugo has been using Furo for like a century. Every time I play him, he's using Furo. But, you know, especially when I was like getting into this game, I used to play the same team the entire season, so I get it. It's like, we already were weak to ice in the lead. It really doesn't change that. I feel like my back line handles ice well enough. It does handle fighters a little bit better. Thomas, welcome on in. Ost Thomas, welcome on in. That's what I should say. Ost, with 125 days of streaking. How you doing, Ost? I am mentally, going through it today. Even though, like, I feel like my attitude overall in life has been so good. So the fact that, like, in life right now, I'm great. But then when I play this game, the game makes me kind of sad. It's a weird combination. Has more pressure and better coverage. Yeah, I just like to try to make things, you know, work. I like to try to actually have something fun about my team. And right now, honestly, I feel like my team's not that fun. I feel like I'm just using a team that, like, maybe will work. As opposed to having fun. You've been lurking while waking up. Sounds good, man. You're allowed to. I always forget what time it is there. I do know it's early, though. Okay, well, there we go. I just stay in here. I don't really need switch whatsoever, and an icy wind does not knock me out. I also win CMP, so that's just a good thing to take note of here. I never get out, I never shield. At least the first. They don't pause to make sure I don't catch, which is, like, a choice. 8 AM right now. Okay. They're over-farming, incredible. They've had enough. They've had enough. They are just out. Yeah, I guess if you just use a Pokemon, that's not bad in the meta. Who knows? My entire team just, like, dumpsters jump love right now. You're on vacation. We were just talking about traveling, Ost. I'm not going to ask you to tell us where you are, but, like, are you traveling, or are you just, like, vacationing away from work? Like, off work? You heard? Oh, God. Maybe Fearos is sus. Well, we saw one game of it, I will say. Although that one game went kind of well. It wasn't bad. In that one game, it wasn't bad. Alex said, give us the coordinates. Oh, dude. I'm trying to dox him? Am I? You're like an hour away from home. And where's your house? I'm kidding. No. Okay, at least you're doing something. That sounds fun. I wouldn't mind being, like, a couple hours away from home, because right now it is 110 degrees every day, which is, what, like 40 Celsius or something? It's something stupid. And I wouldn't mind if I go, like, 2 hours north and it's just beautiful weather every day. Copenhagen. They would never CMP me, right? No. Surely. Okay. So they're probably going to Swift here. They Surf. That's fine. It's less fine, but I'm not fine with this. I'm actually pretty not fine with this. We do get a debuff. Really? They really let me throw this? Incredible. I can't shield. What I can do, though, is just bring in my own dude. And get a couple of embers. Does that knock out? No. I maybe shouldn't have gotten out, but I already did, and it's too late to take that back. I have to let this go. We'll see. They're obviously just going for a Swift here. Makes no sense not to. Dude, they're at another? Holy shoot, dude. I should have just thrown right away. I am bad. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You know when you try to throw early because it's like the most idiotic time to catch on and then they catch for no reason? You ever do that? That was like the most unnecessary timing to catch, but it worked perfectly for them. So hey, congrats, man. Okay, they are at hypothetically 4. They win. Yeah. That is just a game-winning play for them. Unfortunately. But it is. That's how it goes. That's how today is gone. Like, the most random time to catch. Not even, like, a pause. Just straight up catching on 2. Like, they decided I was going to throw when they were exactly 4 Dragon Breaths for some reason, but it worked out perfectly. It's not even the Kingdra getting the shields down. It was just like, obviously, if I just throw my Energy Ball right away, I do win that game. I will say, because like then if Tinkaton comes in, I can actually make sure they're in the middle of a fast move, which I didn't have the ability to do against a Kingdra. You can't make sure the Kingdra's in the middle of a fast move. You just can't do that. But fantastic catch for them. Just the most random timing, and it worked out perfectly for them to get the win. It is just how today is gone. I am cereal soup. Ost, what is cereal soup? Dude, this has been like one of my least favorite couple of weeks in the Go Battle League in so long. I'm just gonna play this out. 6, 7. There's no way they threw right away. They're on CMP, right? So 19. Why would they ever throw on CMP? Why would they ever throw on CMP? That is literally just like the worst play they could have made. I could have gotten a sneak. Why? Just why? Alright, dude. I could have gone for a catch, but that was a little bit risky. Not touching anything. Alright. So Tinkaton will take a flamethrower here, and I'm just going to hope that doesn't matter too much. Ow. How did we just CMP? They're always going to dynamic. I'm going to need a shield one anyways at some point, so I feel like shielding the first just allows me to, not the shield the second. This is the guaranteed one. Oh. That works out. We'll see. Five. Really? There's Shadow. This gets weird. I don't remember my residual. 2. We'll see. 3. The fact that you can actually see the visuals, that is what won me the game. Yeah, GG's, trainer. The fact that you can actually pause there, see the visuals, make sure they're in the middle of a fast move, and then throw. That is one thing on the new system that I am very thankful for. Why are we talking about coleslaw popsicles right now? Why are we talking about tuna loops? Why does Pizza Burger have this type of influence on the Twitch community? Sometimes we like the new system. I, in theory, love the new system, Hugo. In theory, the new system is fantastic. In theory. But today, it's just been pissing me off. The last, 2 weeks, it's been pissing me off. Even though I am literally one of the biggest proponents for it. It's incredible. I am, the one trying to tell people to be optimistic about it, but also the one that has the most problems with it and gets pissed off all the time because of it. It's a very weird dynamic. Do you play with sound on? I do. You feel like you can't rely on visuals. On the old system, I feel like you cannot rely on visuals whatsoever. On the new system, it's getting a lot better. And I do use sound just because it's what I'm accustomed to, but I don't think you need to use sound. I know a lot of really good trainers. Most people, actually, I don't think play with sound on. I think most people play with sound off. For me, when I was, getting into the game, it kind of did help. Where it helps me is every once in a while, you'll have a switch come in, especially on the old system, and it doesn't show you the typings right away. Sometimes it helps you to just hear the sound before you can see visually the typings. If the sound wasn't so atrocious, you'd use it. That is not unfair. I think I'm just overly used to it. I am just overly used to it at this point. I started with it, and then I just accepted that some of the sounds are terrible. But some of the cues that you get from, hearing the squaw of a bird come in, you just know exactly what that squaw is. You know? That's for you, Pizza. Yeah, I don't think Axon plays with sound at all. I am one of the few that I know that do it. Okay, see, I wasn't around for the lock-on meta. The lock-on meta, I actually, I have faced off against a lock-on user since playing this game, and that pisses me off. That actually, I do not like that. But I did come into the scene after lock-on was part of the meta. I was not around for the Registeel meta whatsoever. You liked rice and ketchup sandwiches. That actually just sounds like something a kid would like, or a college student would like. One of the two. I'm getting cues, by the way. I have dropped Elo and I'm getting cues. Oh. Ready was super fun back in the day. It looks actually like it was a lot of fun. It looked like a good skill expression mon. I know you've talked about the idea of maybe giving it something that lets it come back. For example, I think you've talked about giving it, superpower. I don't know how that really, yeah, the undercharges, exactly. And also the strategy playing against it, kind of like how you'd play Aegislash or something like that, just keeping low health Pokemon around. Knowing when to shield, when not to shield against something like that. Chicken and salad on the side? But put rice in sandwich bread and ketchup. Incredible. Phone is dropped, but it is back. I don't think I have tried a rice sandwich in my day. I really don't. I don't think I've tried that. I don't know if I have. I don't know if I have. I will say, playing with not Dragonair has made this game maybe a little bit better. Because, the only game we've lost so far was completely winnable. And it also wasn't necessarily a great game for me in terms of alignment. But was winnable nonetheless. And, you know, at the end of the day, I am still responsible for, like, reacting to this game. So, when this game does legitimately just make me lose games that I would otherwise win because the game does not work, I still am responsible for how I react to that. And as much as I hate to say it, I've let the game get to me today. I've just strictly let the game get to me today. And that's kind of on me. Although it is still annoying. Hello, Sableye. They're staying in. That's not the worst case scenario. I mean, I did fall for their trickery for no reason. I guess I shouldn't care about a Drain Punch coming in first. But I did. I'm assuming this knocks out from here. Is this a bad assumption? Who knows? But I want to throw right before they get to a payback. Well, it does. Sableye. I was kind of hoping for a foul play there, or not a foul play, the other move. If I can get out after this, I will. I obviously don't need switch. Yeah. We're just going to let this through. I don't see any reason they wouldn't foul play here and then just dip, but that's okay with me. Ow. Okay. Not getting to another move kind of sucks here, but that's fine. So it'll be at 4. They build up to 1,000,000 energy. They're literally at 2 Shadow Balls right now. Or 100 energy. 104. Uh-huh. I don't see a reason to not just go for this. Their Sableye, if I remember, is completely dry. Incredible. Oh, I'm just wrong, but I don't see how this matters. I thought they were completely dry, I'm just wrong. They Drain Punch, which does less damage. Sure. They're never going to roll out me down, so... Okay, bye. And bye. I really wish I was right on my counts. That felt bad. I usually like to be right on my counts and not wrong on my counts. You have a picture of the Zippius above your bed to remind you of his picture of... You have a picture of someone else to remind you of a picture of someone else? I'm so confused. Your girl don't like it. Incredible. You've been playing PvP for about 3 years, never hit Legend, but you believe you will soon. Just have to keep at it. 100%. That's honestly not a bad pace. If you've only been playing for this game for a few years, that is not a bad place if you're, like, knocking on the door whatsoever. There's a lot to learn in this game, so... just one thing at a time. The Zippius with a gifted sub to Don Throne? Possibly, if that's Spanish. If it's not, then I just, like, completely effed that name up. But welcome on in, whoever just got that sub in Zippius. I appreciate it. What is the rank of my Tink? I don't go to regionals enough, so who cares? I have a very good Tink, actually. I have Probably the most ideal tank that I could have. Which I really, really want a tank like personally, I feel like it's a very, very ideal tank. I'm only showing it for a second. It's there, it's gone. It's just a defense-weighted tank that lands well. Very defense-weighted tank. It's a very, very good one. With that said, you will lose CMP sometimes. But the reason I like it is just because you get certain bulk points into things like Bubble from Azu, into things like Courseless Astonish. I believe there are an array of bulk points that do make matchups a lot better. And we got, no, we got nothing. Never mind. We have another game. That's what we got. Gave him that as a secret in a DM. Never thought he saved it, dude. You've been tilted and oh, dude. Working, you come to the stream where I keep doing that. I keep doing that too. Trust. I don't like the fact that I am where I am. Water. Don't have ult. Okay, well, throw in good timing, even though the animations, I've complained about this to multiple people, the animations suck. For, rollout users coming in after a one-turn swap. It is bad. I probably should Weather Ball, but honestly, I don't know my damage ranges, and that's kind of sad. I should know it. Okay. I was going to try to get out, but instead I realized I couldn't. They have a very loaded Tinkaton. And I don't want to be in Bulldoze range, so hopefully I'm not by what I just did, but I might be in Bulldoze range. I think I've made mistakes, but we'll see. I think I'm barely outside of Bulldoze range. Barely. Oh. Okay. So they're going to get out, hammer me, and I'm just going to pretend that's fine. Okay, here's the goal here. As stupid as that just was, I probably should have just gone straight to tank. I am just playing like an idiot right now. That's what I'm doing. But that's fine, surely. Okay, this is going to hurt. It just depends on if this puts me in Rage Fist range or not. Am I in Rage Fist range? That's the question. I'm just hoping they don't know counts at this point. That's all I can hope for. They do. That's sad. That's just sad. I played really bad in that game. I deserve to lose that game so badly. I deserve to lose that game so badly. I deserve that loss more than I've ever deserved a loss in my life. That is probably the worst I've played out a game in, like, a week. Had to work 3 hours at 7 a.m., go home in the afternoon, back at 3 p.m. Adulting sucks. Yeah. I get it. When you want to play Pogo. I get it. Heard something about dragons? Well, we've given up on dragons, Ston. But welcome on in. I've literally given up on dragons. I've been RPS 3 straight sets with it. I don't think I had a single good lead the entire time. Not a single good lead. Not one. Like a couple of neutrals at best. Like we saw a Primeape. But all I kept seeing were fairies and like Sand Slashes Just things that really, really you don't want to see with a Dragonair. Tinkaton, Florges. That was all I would see for 3 straight sets. Gosh, I'm still insanely upset with how I played that last game. That was incredibly bad. There's like a million things I could have done better. But I chose every wrong dialogue option. I will say, Zippius, that is part of why, like, obviously it's hard to find time to do stuff that you're, like, wanting to do when you're... Well, I'll actually talk about this after, but we have an Altaria on my screen. 4, 5... Okay, that'll move. They actually throw in good timing. Incredible. Unlike the last opponent I played. That had Altaria. Okay. I could actually overfarm one more. That's fine. Okay, they die. Interesting. This is incredibly scary, actually. I do have to let myself die here, unfortunately. I don't like where I am. But I am where I am. They drill peck. What if I caught that? What if I were to have caught that? Not that I would, but what if I did? Move. This is getting weird. So they should be at another one right now, and I don't like that, but here I am. I guess I'm just banking that Ninetales isn't bad. They should be 3 away. Unless I am just miscounting like crazy, which I might be. I was completely miscounting like crazy. So unless they want a farm down to happen, they will get out right now. It really just depends on what's in the back here. Dog. Fun day. Fun day in the Go Battle League. Very fun. No, I wanted to top left. I actually should have just top lefted. This is such a waste of time. Incredible. I guess I'm supposed to get out of Altaria leads. Dude, Altaria leads of just like... I'm just seeing double water everywhere. It is making my team so bad. I don't really feel like changing the team this late, but, you know, I will say I don't know what to do at this point. I have run different teams with different ideas for what the meta is supposed to be for, like, an entire week straight, and I don't remember one single day where I felt like I've had... It's not that I want things to go my way, necessarily, but I'm not finding where I have neutral play for, like, a week straight. Maybe that's a me problem. Is Shadow Ape or regular... Dog. Huh? Okay, 4. Which ape? Sick. I'm not CMPing you, dude. They wanted a very, very awesome bait, and I did not give it to them. And now I have a lot of energy. Seeking? Like, what do you have? Well, that didn't work. I'm just sacrificing this. They can flame charge here, but it looks like they're on a moveset where I don't care that much. And I'm just going to force them to throw at me. Go for it. I actually don't hate the position I'm in. Like, weirdly enough, I don't hate this. Because all I do is I wait my clock out here. I go in Firo, and then I try to make things as awkward as possible for them. Okay, they did a very smart thing, which is swap. I don't like this anymore. They've played this well. And that makes me sad. Dang, I don't get to another. They played well. Very sad. I don't know why they let that through, but it doesn't matter. Like, technically I got RPS in that game, but I feel like I should have found a way to win. I'll be honest. I feel like that's a game in which I should have found a way to win. I don't know. I'm just having that day, man. But also, here's the question. If they had a Talonflame on Peck, which, by the way, should have RPS the living shit out of me, why didn't they bring that in against Ninetales? Why'd they bring in Gator? Like, they had the literal perfect RPS. Like, technically speaking... Is that a real team? I don't know what they do to a water lead. But I'm just going to pretend that's a real team. What? I guess, technically speaking, if they bring in Talonflame right away, they just RPS me to a point that's unwinnable. But they brought in Gator and gave me a chance for some reason. Because if they just bring in Talon, like, I'm screwed. There's no winning. Discussion time. Zippiest. Dude, shoot. Whatever you want to discuss, we'll discuss. I will say this is going to be, like... I've just probably, like, had some of my least favorite GBL over the last week and a half. And this is just another day of that, unfortunately. It's like, I'm not playing well, the game's not working well, and then things... It kind of sucked in terms of no matter what team I make lately. Well, there's, like, one thing that doesn't suck. Especially if they stay in. So I believe physical media, what? Is dead. Oh, interesting. That surely helps them. They can't shield, I have another. I mean, they can, but I kind of invite it. Incredible. How do I want to play this? As weird of a decision as this is, I'm getting out. Okay. I CMP them on purpose because they're always going to wild charge here, and this guarantees that I either waste the rest of their energy and guarantee a knockout here, or they protect shield just to save a move. We'll see how this goes. They're probably going to put a protect shield just to, yeah, makes sense. Oh, and they throw early, which makes me happy. I'm happy with that. Because now there'll only be a 1. What? 2. Not touching. No touchy. No touch. Did not touch. That's just a Rage Fist. They don't throw, meaning that they don't go for the 1 HP knockout, meaning they just lose. Okay. You had to you had to sub to a channel streaming Pokopia. Pokopia? The Rage Fist was wild. I mean, they were hoping for a karate chop down, which is fair. That's an idea. I'm still live, Tom. Sadly. No, I'm happy to be live, but my games have been sad. I've been sadly playing, but happy to be live. Surely. We also have a discussion time in a little bit where I'm gonna pin this just so I don't forget about it or forget where it is. We will pin that. Hey, I'm trying to not hate ODL too much because, you know, I still have to try to get, like, the fact is I am at a point with myself where I am just, like, so frustrated that I have not hit Legend yet. Not because I even care necessarily to hit Legend that bad. It's because I just want to hit it so that I can not care about the season again. That's it. I want to hit Legend so I don't care about the season, and I feel like I am 2 weeks due. I should have hit Legend 2 weeks ago, is what I feel like. Or 12 days ago. 12 days ago was the day I literally had so much confidence I was going to hit Legend. I was 1 set away from hitting Legend, and then I got game stated 5 times. Like, undisputably game stated, too. I'm not one to, like, make crap up. It was 3 game freezes. It was 2 other game state, like, an overtap of a team that I literally knew I would beat. It was a guaranteed win, and then I got a game state later. It was just, like, incredible. And ever since then, this game has just felt like absolute toast for me. People started targeting Quillfish. People won't let me, like, I adjust to different team thinking, holy crap, this is, like, going to counter the meta, surely. And then it didn't. And now I feel like I'm reverting to just using Pokemon that are, like, too real. I feel like my team building ability has gone to crap. It's really weird. I used to be so confident in my team building ability. Even that doesn't feel good. Gengar's name is Tom. It might be an alias. Tom might not really be Tom. The first month and dropped to 2,400, back to 2,500, and you haven't GBL'd it all this month. Maybe that's healthy. Maybe I should have just stopped at, like, 29.57 or 8, whatever I was at. Maybe I should have just stopped. Who knows? Azu. The question is, do they throw on alignment? I haven't. Acoin, it sounds like you've missed the entire conversation that we just had, but absolutely not. Incredible. Alignment gaming. Well, that worked. They should have 1 turn swapped, so hypothetically I should be able to throw this first. Does it always work like that? No. But that's a hypothetical that I'm willing to accept. No, I was more of a joke, Acoin. Definitely not. We have had a sad day. Oh. Everything has been sad, not gonna lie. The game wasn't working well, and then I allowed things to get to me, and then here we are. Okay. Okay. Wait. I think I'm fine? Maybe? We'll see. I just sit here and make them throw at me. Because they have the acro. And they overthought it. And then they continue to overthink it. Yeah. So that's sick. Because I don't think a Sand Tomb's going to knock out. They have to... They're only at a Sand Tomb. Yeah. And Sand Tomb, while it's a move that maybe is a little bit better than it should be, it is never going to knock out from there. You also have not hit Legend? Oh, we have another game? I guess we have one more game. We can all be sad in unison? Dude. The problem is, like, I'm legitimately not trying to be sad. I'm actually actively trying to not let this game get to me. And usually it doesn't. That's the thing. I have not really had the game get to me to the point that it has recently. Which is really weird considering that the only reason, like, I can lose, if the game is working, I can lose like 25 straight games and be usually fine. It's just like the inconsistencies of things right now. It's not even just inconsistencies. It's like the drastic bugs that I get. And then on top of that, that just makes other things feel worse than it usually is. Which is, honestly, at the end of the day, just a mindset thing. Also, Sammy, hello. How you doing? And Pioj, welcome on in. Do that man with his Hisuian Electrode? What was the team again? Azu. Well, it was Gliscor, but then what? Oh. And then Volt Switch Fort. Interesting. Interesting. See, Acoin, I think I'm the one who's washed. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm being real, I think I'm the one who's washed. Hi, Dune. Hey, Dune, we have another... I need to clip it, but we have another good example of this game being ass today. Yeah. I had a guaranteed win con earlier, and then the game was ass. And it's just getting sad. And then I keep getting sad about it. But, hello. Oh. Why am I still here? Don't ask. I was honestly just distracted. Why am I distracted? Don't ask. Don't ask. I'm just tuned out, I suppose. The most unnecessary psychic things in their life. Sick. I'm triple weak to this. So that's cool. I don't think this knocks out. So what I want to do... That might have actually knocked out, but I don't know that for a fact. And I think that was too... Okay, I think that was a terrible undercharge as well. Dog. I'm just cooked. I'm just mentally cooked. Like, that's not 4. Okay, well, here's my losing to Morpeko. This is going to be really fun. This is a great way to cap off the night. Lovely. I mean, if I wasn't already cooked before. Also, this is a 2 cannon in the back, because nobody has ingenuity. Okay, my only win con is why? Like, genuinely, why? That is literally your only lose con, I suppose, if I'm, like, not stupid. I thought they would always aura wheel, then I could switch out into Tink, but no. They do that. For some reason. Don't know why, don't ask me. Okay, well, I don't know. I guess people that use Morpeko just like to bait. I don't know. I just want to have fun in the Go Battle League, and I'm noticing right now, like, I feel like 1 out of every 3 days or so, I'm able to have fun in the Go Battle League, and that's not good enough. The majority of me playing the Go Battle League is just not having enough fun, and it's more of a me problem, but I will say this. This is a legitimate thing, I will say. As much as it is my fault, Dune, you're dropping on purpose. Don't compare that. That is not the same thing. As much as it is on me to handle mindset correctly and not let the game get to me, but Dune, you're using like fake teams. So it's just not the same thing. It is not the same rut that I am in. We're gonna lose that egg XP tomorrow. It's fine. So, I will just say this bluntly. As much as it is on me, at the end of the day, it is. It is completely on me mindset-wise when I let the game get to me and then I play worse. Sure, it really is. If the game doesn't work, that is not necessarily an indication of how the game's going to work the next day or the next game, even. The game might literally work the next game, and then if I let it get to me and I play worse because of that, that's not great. If I start misplaying because I just am like frustrated with the game state mixed with the fact that I just don't feel like I'm like making teams that work. 3 days in a row, or 3 teams in a row, sorry. Technically 4. I've made, and no matter what I make, it just feels like the meta just adjusts perfectly to me right now in a way that I usually don't mind, but given the game state, it's making me mind because I'm so like upset about the game state that it's getting me to a point where I'm not playing well. Usually, I actually love getting RPS'd in a way where it sounds weird, but I like RPS games where I have play because that's how I learn the game. That's the way to get better in the game, is to play games where you have an RPS against you, but there is a win con in there. And figuring that out. That is the best way to play this game. It's the most fun way for me to play it. But I'm not able to have that fun right now. And I'll say it again, it's on me. But here's one thing I will also say. And this is for the developers, this is for the game makers in general. It should not be on a player to feel like it is on them to be responsible for being like, for getting effed so hard by the game that you have to legitimately grow up as a person in order to play this game and have fun. You should not have to go through like a mental journey to make yourself so not upset at the fact that this game makes you upset for valid reasons. At the end of the day, I still will say it is my fault in terms of like, there's no excuse for being in a bad mindset. I have to like look at myself and just make sure I'm in a good state of mind when I'm playing this game. But, legitimately, it should not be a game where you have to go to that degree, that level, in order to have a good mindset to play this game. It's just kind of bullshit. kind of stop the moment the game screws you. Yeah. I don't know. I guess the moment the game screws me, I just, like, try to breathe, and then it just doesn't work well enough. Zippius, I appreciate it. I will say, at the end of the day, you can ask anybody that I've ever talked to about the stream. I am not here to be a Pokemon phone fell. To be a Pokemon Go player first. I'm here to just be a fun person that hopefully y'all enjoy watching. And then whatever I happen to be playing, whether it's Pokemon or something else, that I hope people are here more for me than the game. And at the end of the day, if you also want to watch some good Pokemon Go, hopefully I can provide that at times. But right now, it's not even like, it's more just so that I feel like I'm having too much of a fight with this game. And usually, when I am losing or I'm not playing well, I'm not in a bad mood because of it. And again, it's just, I feel like that having a standard for a video game being something where you should have to mentally toughen yourself up, like put on the bootstraps, like you're going to work, like you're going to therapy, is just not the type of game that we want. There's a reason that even the majority of players that love this game, usually if they're in their healthy lifestyle, the moment things go wrong, they do stop playing this game. And that's not good for a game. You don't want people to not want to play it. Yeah. With that said, you know, I will say I am, in my own life, working on things for streaming that maybe in the future, in terms of Pokemon Go, I should have other types of content that I am creating right now that will allow me to not only play GBL, and I'm not talking about like something as simple as Wheel Cup. I feel like Wheel Cup is a very small minigame that it can be fun for some people, and then for other people, it's not fun. It's just a tiny minigame. But hopefully in the future, I will actually have something that is a little bit more fun, a little bit more creative, and allows me to pivot from always needing to play GBL every day. Because sometimes playing GBL is not, like... There are times to take breaks. What is my favorite music band? I don't really have a favorite band. We did have this as a Q&A time, though, recently. Like, it's not I have a favorite band, but the 4 people I gave that, play music that I like doing school. I have to open this. Okay, I'm just going to get water in a sec, because I don't have enough water. Because that's 2 hydrations. But the 4 that I gave, if I remember correctly, James Bartholomew, he is a, fingerstyle guitarist. James Bartholomew. Fingerstyle guitarist, someone that you'll hear in the playlist quite a bit. So that's number 1.
Number Alex Brownie.
Number 2 is... yeah, if you're in ads, you're in ads. It is what it is. Number 2 is Lindsay Sterling is someone I found recently that I really like. So big fan of Lindsay Sterling. All these people will be on the playlist. Number 3, Yoruma. Yoruma is a pianist from South Korea. And just plays really pretty music that I love. I listen more to that in my personal life than what's on the like actual playlist. And then number 4 is this is more like EDM, more upbeat, is Alan Walker. Backstreet Boys. See, a lot of like basic cultured stuff I either don't listen to as much or don't really like know about. I'm a very uncultured person. I will say that. I'm a very uncultured person. I do need to fill my water though. I'll be back in a sec. 1 second. Okay. Doing school. That went down the wrong pipe. Sick. Lovely. Lovely night. Working school. Wait, did you just call me basic? No, I called myself uncultured. That's all I said. I called myself uncultured. Your brother likes... Oh, Chekhov's... Wait. Shostakovich. I guess I don't know that specific... I will say, I did used to listen to a lot of classical music in college, specifically. Weirdly enough, in college, I was a very, very big classical music listener. I don't know why. I was just a weird kid, and was weird for a lot of my life, between being a kid and being a young adult. I guess that's not that weird. That's actually pretty cool. Like, I used to go home from college. At the time, I had, like, this really old truck. And I would just sit in the bed of the truck and just listen to music. And it was always just, like, classical music for, like, 2 hours straight. I would just sit there. So, I don't know if that's weird or not. But that's what I used to do. I really wish there wasn't a Q&A discussion time pinned, so you can unpin this. Oh! We haven't talked about that yet. Whoops. Some chemical romance. Wait, okay. Do I believe physical media is dead in the video game sphere? I mean, no, but kind of. It's not dead. It's just, like, going away a little bit. But, like, they're probably... I would imagine, if you're a big company right now, you're trying to kill digital media, because if you, like... Or physical media, because if it's all digital, you have more control over it, and you can rent it out as opposed to give people actual ownership of it. Because any ownership you give of something that is digital, you can take away. In physical, it is actually just, like... It makes you, number one, have to be done with... Like, you have to actually give the rights of the game to someone, like, in terms of them owning the game. Number two is, when you give someone a physical game, it's an excuse for you to just have to, like, be done with the game as is, unless you have a way to update the game online. Like, and that means you have, like, a subscription service online. That's like the average Nintendo game. You download a game, you buy the game, but then you are online and you can make downloads to the game to make the game more enhanced. But, like, I don't play the Switch that much at all, but I have a Switch. And these are physical games. I have a very old Switch. Physical games. So, like, technically no, but obviously it's gone away from that a bit. I'm sure there's some, like, amount of agenda to that, but I don't know how much it matters to everyone. Just announced they won't release any more disc games? Really? See, that... Okay, in that sense, maybe. Maybe it's going away. I don't know. Companies are just consistently hitting it in the head with a shovel. I guess. I'm not aware of that. See, I'm not like a PS5. Like, I don't have a PlayStation. I don't have an Xbox. I grew up on that a little bit, but how old am I? I am in my 20s, I'll tell you that. I am in my 20s. I literally said my age on stream before. I don't know why this is like an issue, but... Oh, okay, I'm 28. There we go. It cat's out of the bag. Everybody can now, impersonate me. You know my whole name, you know my age. You can all pretend you're me. You think the best way to think about it is noticing how most PCs haven't had a CD port in a decade. This is true. That's true. Anyways, good night. You've stolen my social security. Piyoj, no! I look good, dude. Is that a compliment or an insult? I don't know. Wait, Ost, how do you not know my age? I've said my age on here before. Incredible, Ost. Incredible. Someone doesn't listen. I'm almost dead. Dude, I know. It makes me sad every day. Honestly, fun fact, biggest fear in life is death. We just got deep. Okay. And on that note... And on that note... I don't know if I've said it since my birthday. My birthday was 12 days ago, dude. I figured, but still, I'm going to do the same thing back. How's that? You're 30 plus. Just say you're 30 plus. That way it's only 2 years. Last time you said age, I might have been 27. Incredible. That makes no. How dare I was probably lying. I never had a birthday. In fact, I never have birthdays. Birthdays are a thing that I made up. I have never been birthed, and I've never had a day that I have celebrated a birth. Oz, you're 30 plus? Yeah. That's the way to say I'm 12 plus. I'm 12 plus. That's what I'm going to say forever. I am 12 plus. If people can guess your age, I don't know your age, dude. I would never know your age. Incredible that you would even say that you have an age that's worth guessing. But yeah, I would assume over time with the media thing, people are probably going to go away from that for the most part. Like, especially with online games, most things you do actually want to have updates to, so it does make sense for a lot of things online to just, like, be downloaded, be updated. But if you have a console, I usually prefer to actually have the physical copy of that game. Biggest fear is being forgotten. So, like, living a meaningless life? We're getting really deep with that. What is your birthday? Death. So, Dune is dead years old? I'm confused. I guess it's tomorrow. We're in the future. We're one day closer to my not having a birthday. What we're going to do is we're going to do my balloon. We're going to chat for, like, while I'm doing my balloon and then get out of here. Because, that makes sense. And I'm going to spend, like, the night not thinking about this game whatsoever. Not going to lie. Because if, I am streaming tomorrow, I just need to be in a place to where I'm not, like, literally not enjoying myself whatsoever while playing this game. And right now, the moment that the thing happens that makes me just sad about this game completely, I just, like, have been lately shutting down in terms of enjoyment. And it's making me play without the ability to think. So, you know? Oh, what is your biggest fear? I thought you were asking him how old he was. Okay, so we have the biggest fear. Or the same biggest... The same biggest fear. I see. Yeah, we have the exact same biggest fear. How does that not knock out? Incredible. Alright. Okay, I see a telegraph train live. That is sick. They even popped in for a little bit earlier, so that is also cool. See, you say that, Zippius, it does not make it less of a fear for myself as well. Alright. Boom, there we go. Is it good? It's bad. Is this good? It's bad. Is this good? It's bad. Sick. Alright. Well, everyone, I do appreciate y'all for hanging out. If y'all have been here hanging out. If y'all have only been here for like 2 minutes, I still appreciate you. If you were here earlier, you're no longer here. I appreciate you. Whatever. You popped in. You added to the atmosphere, even though, I myself might have not had the most fun to Go Battle League today. Imagine my biggest fear not getting RPS by carbing. Dude, I didn't see a single carbing today. It's incredible. Not a single carbing. But I saw, like, every single other thing that annoyed me. And then the game annoyed me. But we're going to not think about that for a little bit. To the footage you have after? Yeah, it's great. It's good stuff. I mean, it's probably stuff you've already heard about. But legitimately, let's not talk about that right now. Everyone have a fantastic night. Go say hello to Telegraph Train, and I will see you. Probably tomorrow. I'm going to do what I can to just be in a good place, mentally tomorrow. It'll happen. I'm pretty good at that type of stuff. Just breathe. Not think too hard for a little bit. And probably see you tomorrow. Everyone have a great night. And, yeah, go show Train some love. I'm sure Train is maybe enjoying the game more than I can right now. So, that should be nice. That should be a lot nicer.